Hello, Eric Rainwater here. Enjoying the coolness of the morning before the heat comes in this afternoon. Maybe this will be the last video kind of responding to the red pill kind of stuff. Maybe. Maybe specifically, but the reason that this red pill kind of thing, or what's calling itself red pill, like I've said, part of me feels like red pill meant something different when I was coming out of high school and things. But the red pill guys, if you've not watched anything I've posted, the red pill guys are mostly on here on YouTube and other places, maybe Rumble, things like that, and who knows, I might end up on Rumble. But there's guys that are responding to a world of feminism that's done them wrong. And that is right, actually. But just like feminism is the wrong response to chauvinism and to misogyny, it's an overcorrection, right? Well, now we've kind of come to the ascendancy of feminism, seems like, and there's some of the backlash. And I don't know how much influence it really has on a broader scale, but there's this trend on YouTube called red pill, black pill. The guy's Sigma male, something or other, and it's a overcompensation. It's this, the strong, independent, rugged individualism. But a lot of it is what you might call toxic masculinity. Chauvinist men who use women. They still want women. They still want to have sex. But some of them. Some of the trend, they don't even want to do that, but it's a response to something, because it's coming out of hurt, it's coming out of anger, it's coming out of a sense of not being able to find a partner in life. And so, really, that goes for men and women. It's hard to find a good woman, it's hard to find a good man, right? And that's kind of what I want to talk to. Part of this is I'm responding to a long comment that I had, and it was really heartfelt and it was really good, about trying to find a good woman. But I don't want to just speak to that. I want to speak to, because really it's men and women trying to find each other. And that's the story. That's the story of humanity, right? That's every great romance and love story. All the movies we watch, it's almost always at the core. Not 100%, but it is a great theme of humanity. Because, like I've said, it's unto life. It's not just under the propagation of the species. It is that, but it's life. Men and women coming together, and they create new life. The power of God comes into that union, boom, and a miracle happens in the union, and the two become one. But in a world filled with feminism, right, it leads women astray, and it leads men astray, and it especially young men, the vitriol is on all sides. what is a young man to do, right? And so part of the comment was, can't find a good woman. Well, okay. Probably, I don't know you. You're probably looking in the wrong place. And I don't know, I can't judge. Maybe you are going to church. Maybe you're doing the right things. There wasn't that much in there, but just going off of someone asking me that, my first question is, where are you looking? If you're going to bars and going to parties, good luck, and you're not likely to go to the grocery store and find a good woman, even though she might be there. Maybe at a coffee shop in broad daylight, maybe she's there, and that's not bad. You never know. You never know where you might meet someone. So first, make sure you're looking in the right places. And the best place, obviously, are healthy social gatherings. And the healthiest social gathering that humanity has ever had is church. Now, granted, a lot of our churches and the way our services are run, it doesn't lend itself to having actual social time together. A lot of churches, you come in, you do your service, and you leave. A lot of churches don't build community anymore, and that's a reflection of us. We're always, you're watching this on this video, but that's why I'm making these videos, to speak to those people. Turn the videos off sometimes. So that's a start. Check out where you're looking. But the biggest thing, I think, is, because I don't want to say don't look, because that's that opposite reaction that some of the red pill guys is to not look. Now, you may need a season of not specifically looking for a mate, and that's okay. Maybe, and that usually is the start. Stop looking for your mate, seriously, and work on being a good mate, man or woman. Work, if you are looking for a man, if you're looking for a woman to be with for the rest of your life, not hooking up. See, that's the thing. If you're going to the places where you hook up for one night or a few weeks, or that kind of culture, the hookup culture, the bars and the parties, you're not going to find a good man or a good woman there. Because that's not that kind of community. That's not what that produces, right? It seems fun for a moment, but it's so hedonistic, and it won't produce anything that's life-giving. Now, it might produce a life. A hookup might produce a life, but even then, it won't produce a loving family, a loving relationship. Now, obviously, sometimes it works out, but that's because those people switch out of that mode. They get out of that hookup culture, and they decide to be a grown-up and decide to be adults and to serve one another and to live their life for the next generation. So there's a couple things. Stop looking so much. Now, with that, so start moving in the direction of becoming a better person, which is ultimately set your heart and mind on God, really. But even if you don't believe in God, there is some, I don't know how you think there is morality without God, but At least find some kind of morale. That's a start. Seek to, and many times you will end up figuring out that's God is the goal, because we are made in His image. But seek to be a better person. No one's perfect, and that's part of it. Part of it is owning your imperfection and being humble. Be a humble person, but be a person who is directed in a good direction. Now, in order to do that, get a vision for your life, right? Sit down, take some time, shut off stuff. Maybe have some music, some quiet music or whatever, or no music. Sit down and think about what you want for your life, and be realistic, and get goals, create goals, personal goals for yourself, for your mind, for your body, for your heart, and your soul, and start to pursue that. And then create a vision of how you live with other humans, and what stirs up, what you feel called, how you feel called to help humanity. Get a vision of yourself in the midst of humanity. We are not individuals. We are in one respect, absolutely, but we're not autonomous, right? God's in charge, and we're created to live in community together. So the big thing is, be a person that wants to be part of a community, and then start to find a community. And that can be very difficult. These are not easy things, right? The easy thing is to go and do whatever you want. But that's the challenge. If you want to find a good person, you've got to start to become a good person. And in that process, you are more likely and set up to find someone who will come along with you, and your vision will combine, and it will become exponential. But if you're not trying to be a good person, if your only goal is just to find someone of the opposite sex, you might find something, but it ain't going to be any good, because two desperate people will not last. It will not last. And I understand. It took me, I didn't get married till I was 32. I wanted to get married 9 years before that. Absolutely. And it took me that long. And that's okay. It was worth the wait. And there was a lot of, running around, and I'm trying to be good, and I'm going to church and church conferences and all this stuff, and there's always this little part of me like, I wonder if my future wife is going to be here. But it really worked when I finally quit worrying so much about it. Now, that was my process with the Lord. And so, don't make getting a spouse, getting a partner, your main thing. But don't close the door. Keep the door open. Be available for consultation. Be available for just be available for conversation with other people. In your pursuit of life, but let your space be invadable, right? I had all kinds of good relationships and conversations with even strangers, because I was in a public space, but my space was not. I didn't try to defend it from people coming and interacting with me. I wasn't prickly, even though I have very much a strong introvert side that needs alone time. If I really needed that time, well, I just didn't go where other people were. I went and did that. I spent my time with the Lord. I did my thing, and I filled up my batteries that I needed, and then I learned to love other people and humanity. And so that's the other part. Don't just work on yourself. Work on being a better friend. Be someone that other people want to be around. Be a friend to them. Be available. Be a servant to them. And then that other person, because you want them to see that. Be that person. You work on being that person. Live your life for others, and you'll go in a better direction. And you'll find somebody. The Lord will lead you. But if you're constantly looking for someone to meet your needs, that's selfish and prideful. Because then it's not about them. It's about what they do for you. And you're not, if you find someone that says yes to that, it's not going to be fun, and it ain't going to last long. You don't want to be that person. Learn to be someone that other people enjoy and can do life with, and stir one another up to good works. And then you'll find someone that has similar values. Get convictions, get principles, right? Become a convicted person that does the right thing, right? You do that, and you got a chance, you got a shot. There's no guarantees, right? But that's okay, because if you do that, you'll become at peace in your heart, and it won't matter how long it takes. But when you encounter that person, you'll be ready. That's the key. Learn to be ready. And so the other big part of all this, with the red pill guys and all this other stuff, stop whining. Stop complaining. Stop blaming other people. Stop it. That is the problem with this generation. You're always whining about someone else. And I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. If all you do is complain about what the other person did and all your woes is their fault, you better, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Your problems are your problems. Sure, other people will say things and do things that aren't good, and you might have a reason to complain. It's fine. Complain once. It's okay. Things happen. Say it to yourself. Say it to who you need to say it to. Don't live there, though. Don't stay there. Get over it. Grown-ups get over stuff. Grown-ups face life, and they know it's tough, and it ain't easy. But get up and quit complaining and just say, hey, I'm going to do my best to help other people and to be the best person I can be. Because then you're practicing to have a successful marriage. Because when you get married, it's not like it gets easier. It actually gets harder because you are in proximity to this other person. So your bad days and your off days are so much more evident to yourself, even if they don't fully realize it. If you don't learn to stop complaining, when you have someone else, that's all you're gonna do is complain, because they're gonna do little things that annoy you, because they're another person. They don't think like you. For crying out loud, if you're a man with a woman or a woman with a man, they are not you. They don't think like you. Even two men walking together as friends in life don't think like each other. They might think closer than a woman and a man does, but we are wired different. We have different goals and motivations. We are built different. And that's okay. It's good. It's beautiful. Enjoy those things. and learn to appreciate what is beautiful about the opposite sex. Now, in my life, it was funny because every once in a while back in the day, I had buddies that I just wanted to spend time with, and it was whatever. So we ended up at a bar together, and I was way past wanting to get drunk, but I don't mind having a beer or something, hanging out. And there would be like girls there, these beautiful ladies, and I had my buddies, and they're just like, they want to get with these women, they want to hook up with them. But I never got the hookup culture. But I ended up in good conversation. I was having conversations with these ladies. We were having a good time. Why? Because I wasn't trying to get in their pants. And they knew it. I was just being friendly. And I remember one time, these ladies were gorgeous. They could have been models. And every dude in that bar was like, oh, because they were because beauty attracts. And I don't know their heart, I don't know any of that, but I spoke to them not as necessarily even what they presented themselves to be, but I spoke to them into their beauty, because I knew what a woman is and what the ideal was. And I spoke to them with respect and with honor and kindness, and I saw them as another human being, equal to me in respect and honor. And it's the same with it, and that has been my conviction. I will speak to you as a fellow human being. I don't care what gender you are, what race you are, what all that. I don't care what orientation you are. I've met all kinds of people that have a totally different view than me. I wouldn't agree with their lifestyle. Who cares? They are a human being, and I will speak to them as such. And I will assume friendship and fellow humanity with them until they do otherwise. And so we were laughing and joking and having a good time with these beautiful women. And all my buddies were like, how'd you do that? And I was like, because I just treated them like human beings, and I was friendly. And I wasn't trying to get nothing from them. Guys, stop it. Because I'm not expecting to find my wife at a bar. That's crazy. And I'm trying to find a wife. I've got one now. I wasn't trying to hook up. That's dumb. There's so many things. I don't want to give my heart. I don't want to give my body to someone that's not worthy of it. And I sure as heck didn't want to get someone pregnant. That's so dumb. Because I honored marriage, and I honored God, and I honor humanity. Right? Not like I'm not tempted. I'm a man. Of course. I understand completely. But if you make that switch and you quit being a selfish person, you become you try to walk out in humility. You don't try to get what's yours, and you seek to become a better human and to bring whatever circle you find yourself in, to create a vision that will, and you won't know how to walk it out. That's okay, but you're in pursuit of it. You're in that direction. You will find someone else in that direction. And ladies, a lot of you, right? Your goal is to find a husband who will take care of you, who will protect you, all those things to do life with. Don't let go of that, but it's the same. Don't make it your only goal, because he won't be perfect. The man that will do those things will be one who is in pursuit of a greater vision, a vision beyond you, a vision beyond himself, a vision for life that is taking him out, because men are built to take on the world in whatever little respect. And you want to partner with that. You don't want to, you want to build him up and be a part of his life, right? And you want him to cherish you and love you, and to bring you up with him, and to bring each other up. A unified vision. And you might also have a vision for how to bring more compassion and love and all these other things into the world. But you know that you need help in life. That's okay. We all do. And so get a vision for your life. Try to be a better, you're not going to be perfectly there, but aim yourself in that direction. Become a person of conviction and pointed towards goodness, especially pointed towards God. Become a friend of God. Become a friend of your fellow man and woman. And you will find others who are doing the same. And that's where to find a good partner. Become part of that greater community. Get out of any kind of hookup culture. Get out of selfishness, right? Even get out of the American dream. The American dream's fine. It's good. It's not bad stuff. But in and of itself, even if it includes a family, it is only good if it serves the kingdom of God ultimately. It is only good if it serves humanity. It is only good if it serves the greater culture and civilization. Right? So they're not bad things. It's not bad to have some stuff and some financial stability and all that, being able to, but it has to serve a greater purpose. And I'm sitting here talking about it, and I don't perfectly do it, but that is my aim. And I don't perfectly know how to walk it out, but I'm pursuing it, and I'm asking God, and I want a vision that requires other people to help me out. That God and my fellow man, I'm going to need their help, and they're going to need mine. Because it's together that we live a successful life. Culture, civilization, nations, it's not just individuals, right? And I come from a people that like to be left alone in the hills. And there's a time for that. But there's a reason that people that want to be left alone in the hills never get to be left alone in the hills all the time. Because it's kind of selfish. And there's other people that have a vision, and it may not be a good one. And there's always going to be a struggle against those who seek power and glory for themselves. And they're willing to do dirty deeds and do things that you're not going to. But in the end, I believe that the meek shall inherit the earth. But learn to become meek. Which doesn't mean you're weak, but it does mean you're humble. And you don't think too highly of yourself. But you don't think too lowly of yourself. You don't live in shame. So if you're watching this and you're like, well, I'm too fat, I'm too frail, too scared. Get over that too. That's all right. Start aiming in a better direction. If you're you're too high on yourself, you need to go down. If you're too low on yourself, you need to go up. Those things aren't true. The truth is you're made in the image of God. If you will find God, you will find your destiny, and it's seated in heavenly places with Him, ruling and reigning with Christ. You're the ultimate creation. Don't think so lowly of yourself. Well, I hope this encourages someone. I hope this helps. One video ain't gonna fix anybody, but it might be a start. May it sow a seed that flourishes in your life. Alright, may the Lord bless you, may He keep you, may His face shine upon you, may He give you His